Hello, family. Start viewing your adversaries as a way to make you better instead of bitter. That way, any trouble that they cause will be for yours. It will be for your good cause, okay? Once you start viewing your adversaries as a way to make you better. See, it's all about how you view things. Somebody could be doing something that's really messed up. You could have something that is really testing your patience, really interrupting the flow of your life. And you may feel some type of way about that. It may be grinding your gears. It may really be a thorn in your side. But the best way to look at situations like this is, like I always say, you have to view these people as employees. Well, not employees, but you have to view these people as people that work for you. So I guess the right term, I'm not sure if employees would be the right term, because you could be working for a company and they could be your employees, but you have to view yourself as a boss over these people. That's the only way to overlook a lot of the things that they do. View yourself as a boss over them. View them as people who work for you. And the reason why I say this is because of this. You have to look at situations like this that are going to work out the best way for you. If it's going to benefit you to view something in a positive light over viewing it in a negative light, that's going to serve you. If you're always looking at bad people as bad, annoying, trifling, frustrating, it's not going to benefit you in the way it would if you were to view these people as your workers. And you have to look at them as basically like boot camp for your brain. They're molding you and shaping you into the greatest version of yourself if you make the choice to allow them to do so. You have to make the choice to allow them to make you better and not bitter. And I mean that. I don't just want to say that because it sounds cool. Better and not bitter. No, you allow these people to make you better because they very well could make you bitter, but it's a choice. It's a choice that one makes. I'm not going to allow these rebel rousers, these rabble rousers to affect me in such a way to where it ruins my day. You only get 24 hours in a day. Think about that. Do you really want to spend any of them fathoming over somebody else and the problem they have toward you? It's better to view these people as people that work for you, because you actually, believe it or not, you have a choice. No one can just make you mad. No one can just make you upset. No one can just disturb your peace. No one can just get on your nerves. You have to say, I'm not going to let this person get on my nerves. I see what you're trying to do. I'm aware of who you are and what you bring, the type of negative energy that you bring. But I have a choice in the matter. Even thinking you don't have a choice is making a choice. Because if you don't think you have a choice in the matter, what are you going to do? You're going to automatically choose how to deal with a situation and a toxic person, not knowing that there's an alternate route. If you're taking a way to work, and this way to work has been making you late and been causing you problems every day, if you knew that there was another route, wouldn't you take it? If Alexa was like, there's a shortcut, take this route, get to work 10 minutes earlier, get to your destination sooner, you would take it. Okay, why be late? Why cause a problem for myself when I could just take the easy route? A lot of us have unknowingly been mistaken about taking an easy route. We have been conditioned to think that because what we know and what we're comfortable with, we've been put under a spell by what we know, what we're comfortable with, and the way that we've seen others deal with people, situations, things. We've been programmed by the world. That's why you have to be in this world and not of this world. But it takes the proper training. This is really what Christ was talking about. Being in, because I mean, they put that man on a cross and put nails in him, and he still refused death. He didn't give in to death. He said, Father, into your hands do I allow my spirit to go. That's powerful. Start viewing your adversaries as a way that makes you better. When you have people doing noise campaigns, when you have people that are trying to stress you out and make things hard for you, what they're really doing is making things easier for you. What they're really doing is making life easier for you. And when you do what's easy, Les Brown said, when you do what's easy, your life will be hard. If you do what's hard, your life will be easy. Dealing with people in a way to where you choose to be better is hard. You gotta let things go. You gotta have love for people that you would normally develop a hatred for. You have to take the high road when other people constantly keep hitting you with low blows. When people constantly keep showing you day in after and day out the lowest version of themselves. They keep trying to drag you down to that level of that low vibrational level that they're vibrating on. It can be tough. It can be difficult to make a conscious decision that I'm not going to allow these people to make me bitter. I'm not going to allow this rotten apple to spoil my bunch. If you spent a whole day picking apples and somebody walked over to you with a rotten apple, would you let them drop it in the barrel of apples that you just spent the whole day picking? Probably not. You'd probably be ready to say some things to this person that would possibly cause you to be better. You know what? I'm gonna handle this. This is a perfect opportunity for me to grow. Excuse me. Let me set this boundary real fast. Hey. The hell you think you're doing? That dumbass stuff about it. It's sometimes that's very positive. All right, sometimes that is very positive. May seem negative, but hey, sometimes that's positive. But nah, you don't want to handle it like that. But there are times, where there are times where you might have to put your foot in somebody's ass. All right, Start viewing your adversaries as a way that makes you better. If you have a toxic person and you view this person as that, you're going to take on this person's toxic energy. You're going to open the door and just welcome all that toxic energy in you. If you view this person as being so toxic that it affects you, you can see somebody as a toxic person, but you don't have to view their toxicity as something that can affect you. You could view them as when you look at a snake, the snake's poison and its venom doesn't go in you unless what? Unless you're one of them crazy people that want to do an experiment and inject it in your vein, all right, which is two in the same, or that's number one, or you let you put yourself in the position to get bit by the snake. It's pretty much the same thing, because it's self-induced at this point. You know, a snake can bite you and fill you with fill your vein with venom. Then why would you even mess with the snake in the first place? You know, some of these people are toxic. Why would you even take it anywhere past just letting the situation go in the first place? Why wouldn't you view the situation from a point to where it's going to make you better and not bitter? You have to view these people as people who work for you. You have to see and take the opportunity when they're trying to stress you out as an opportunity to grow. That's the only way to beat this thing. It's the best way. Instead of viewing it as an opportunity to descend, to be low vibrational, to fight back, to retaliate, to stoop to their level, to be the person that they are and who they want you to be, which is like them, because they want to turn you into them. The best thing to do is to view this from a higher level, deal with them on a higher level. It's going to confuse them. It's going to leave them not knowing what to do. It's going to leave them not knowing what approach to take. When you get upset, you get angry, people know what path to take you down. People know they could build a routine with you. You become easy you become an easy target. All we have to do is this, all we have to do is that, and then we got this person. Free energy source, free entertainment. Take my mind off myself and how much things aren't going well for me. Because that's what people do. They see people who things are going well for, and they want to try to transfer their energy into your life in the form of how they deal with you. Things aren't going well for them. They're going to want to bring you into that reality by treating you a certain way to where you now feel like things aren't going well for you. But you opened the door. Things aren't going well for me. I'm trying to invite you into my world. Would you open the door if somebody was like, hey, things suck, come join me? You'd be like, you'd be looking through the peephole like, they must be think I'm crazy. When you view your adversaries as a way to make you better, any trouble they cause will be for yours. It's going to be for your cause. It's going to be for your good. Anybody trying to do you bad, it will be for your good. Joseph's brothers, they were jealous of his story. They threw him in a ditch. God had it worked out to where everything happens for a reason, and it still helped them. It still did well for them. It still allowed them to end up in a better position than they would have if they would have not done it. If they didn't throw him in the pit, he wouldn't have became king of Egypt, and he wouldn't have been able to save them during the famine. So everything happens for a reason. When people are being extremely horrible, when people are being negative, when people are being rude to you, don't view it as a bad thing. View it as a situation that's going to make you better. That situation made Joseph better. It was uncomfortable. I'm sure he didn't like it. But in those times, things were a little different. People were living life. Even when really something bad was happening to you, unless you were going to lose your life, it was pretty much kind of like exciting. They didn't have any programs for fear, like TV telling you to fear certain things. It's like whatever you would go through, you would just, that was just your life. They accepted it. What sometimes programs do in this day and age, they make it difficult for you to accept things. In that day and age, there was just, all you could do is just accept your fate. And what did he do? He accepted his fate, but he had faith though. So even when things aren't going your way, you have to have faith and just accept things the way they are. But you don't accept things the way they are to your detriment. You accept things the way they are and have faith, and just also accept that, you know what, a way will be made for me in the wilderness. I'll be able to get out of this situation. This is something that's not going to ruin me. This isn't something that's going to destroy me. This is something that can actually help me grow if I sow certain seeds, if I impregnate my mind with certain thoughts, if I focus on this and look at it from a certain point of view, I can come out on top. I can come out a victor instead of a victim. I can come out a victor instead of a victim. You want to be victorious. You don't want to be somebody's victim. So when you start viewing your adversaries as a way to make you better, you're becoming victorious. Things will work out better for you this way. You'll see these people as a challenge. When you're trying to do something and somebody is trying to ruin it, even if they cause you to stumble, make a mistake, cause you to have to redo it, you have to start over. You know what? They got me this time. Next time, I'm going to do it better. Next time, I'm going to stay more focused. Next time, I'm not going to let me get them. I'm not going to let them get me next time. They got me this time. Next time, it's not going to happen that way. It's not going down that way. I'm not picturing it that way. I'm not going to envision it that way. A lot of us create things in our mind because of past experiences, and we're not changing that story, and we're recreating a lot of our past problems and issues based off of not seeing anything different, based off of not looking at our experience different, continuously looking at things to happen the same way, which is pretty much expecting something bad to happen unconsciously. And this is why a lot of people have problems and wonder why they keep having the same issues, is because you have a lot of underlying unconscious issues that you haven't dealt with yet. And when you deal with things from this point of view, you'll be clearing up a lot of problems, even to where if people don't change, it's not even going to matter because you've changed. If people don't change, it's not even going to matter because you yourself have changed. It's okay if other people continue to stay the same. It's okay if other people continue to be who they are and who they choose to be. That's their life. That's their choice. You don't allow it to ruin your life. Somebody's doing something to aggravate you. You now have a challenge to not become aggravated. View it as a test. Instead of automatically getting upset because someone's doing something you don't like, hold off on getting upset. Make it a game. How long can I control myself before this starts to bother me? How long can I focus on something else or distract myself long enough until this stops, until this person realizes that they have somewhat of a life and continues to go live it. Sometimes people are doing things on purpose. Sometimes things just happen. Either way, whether somebody is doing something on purpose and it bothers you, if you don't train yourself to handle situations a certain way, Even when someone does something and it's an accident, you'll be so caught up in responding and reacting to things a certain way that that's going to be the way you go. That's going to be your go-to. That's going to be how you handle situations. And that's not what you want. That's what they want. Your enemies, your adversaries, people that have it out for you, they want you to be the stressful, toxic, negative, on the edge, reactionary kind of person. And that's not who you have to be. It's not who you have to be. You don't have to be what others want you to be. You don't have to take on the programs others want you to take on. Because other people see who you are before they treat you, before they mistreat you. And a lot of people are jealous of who you are, and that's why they'll mistreat you, because they're upset over what they see you have that they don't. All right. So when it's difficult to deal with people who have it out for you, because they do things covertly, because they don't want to get caught, they don't want to get seen, and then you have this person that is constantly testing you, that you just have to see face to face, like y'all are brother and sister, or like y'all are best friends, or like they're not doing anything to you, or like they're the perfect neighbor, or the perfect person in your neighborhood, or the perfect citizen, or the perfect co-worker. Meanwhile, this person is, you have this ongoing battle between you and this other person. But the trick of the trade is to not have internal conflict towards these people. And God, there is only light. There is no darkness at all. You have to train yourself to not have any darkness in your heart, or in you, period, towards these people. View them as a stepping stone toward your greatness. You have to, if you're going to be great, you're going to have haters. If you are great, you're going to have haters. If you're somebody, it's going to upset the nobodies. If you are somebody, it's going to upset the nobodies. They're going to be pissed. They have to be around somebody that's actually about something. They just want to go to work, mess around, not do anything in their personal life. And a lot of people, they have these cliques to where it's like, hey, we're not achieving much. We're all clicking with each other because we're all on the same level of life, and we don't want any more than what we got. We're content with this little 9-to-5 job. We're content with where we're at. We don't need to achieve or strive for anything better. And when you get around people like that and you don't choose to associate with that, and they become toxic because they're narcissistic, and they don't know how to just let you live and go about your way and go about your day, they're going to try to become problematic toward you. You don't associate with them. You think you're better than them. People like that like to try to piss other people off. All right, and these could also just be people who are jealous of you because of what you do. Maybe you have a better life. Maybe it's something you spend your time doing, and they're upset about it because how successful you're becoming. So now they want to be a problem to you. They see you becoming successful. They have a hate, or they have a thing to where they want to be an adversary or an enemy. Now this person is seeking you out. Now this person wants to cause problems for you because you have this cool thing that you do that they are jealous of. If you waste your time focusing on them, it's going to distract you, and you're not going to be able to get things done. I'm telling you from experience. All right, don't waste your time with these losers, with these adversaries, with these wannabe enemies. They can view you as someone that they don't like, but you don't have to view them as an enemy in your mind. That's how you know you have a lot of power over others. But primarily, the only person you're supposed to have power over is yourself. The only person you need to have power over is yourself and your own mind. So when you view your adversaries as a way to make you better, you're in control. Whoever controls the mind controls the behind. If you don't let these people control your mind, they'll have no effect over you. And whatever effect they do have, you'll be able to rule it out because you'll have mind power. You'll be able to cancel it. You'll be able to think a different thought. You'll be able to repent. You'll be able to think again. All right, so pound the like button, pound the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out. Higher consciousness, baby.